Hey guys, and welcome to our Sellers Alley Prime Day special 30 questions in 90 minutes. I have my dear colleagues with me today, Tamara, our senior PPC specialist, Vukashin, our data analyst and PPC specialist, and David, our senior PPC specialist. I would say three of the most experienced specialists we have here at Sellers Alley. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to join me here today and to help me go through these questions for all our clients, all the people who are listening and watching. So once again, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. So we have Prime Day coming up in a couple of days. So as you know, this is a huge event on Amazon. It's going to be on Monday and Tuesday. So 48 hours, no live streams this year, unfortunately for all of us. But we'll be here active and working. So this is, a great time for Amazon sellers, for all the Amazon shoppers. So yeah, let's just talk a little bit about last year. So last year's Prime Day was pretty huge, right?
Yeah, it was quite big of a deal. And the sales were up the roof, huge.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I know. We'll be talking about the multi-channel approach later on with our questions, but there was 250% higher purchase rates for advertisers that were using multi-channel versus single-channel campaigns. Also, paid search outperformed the average detail page view rate across all campaigns by 1.7 times. Email outperformed the average add to cart rate across all campaigns by 2 times, and email, followed closely by paid search, outperformed the average purchase rate across all campaigns by 2.1 times. So it was definitely amazing to use multi-channel approach for Prime Day last year, and this year we'll touch a little bit on it as well. But if you guys agree, we can start with our 30 Prime Day questions in 90 minutes. Are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, born ready.
Awesome. So let's start with Tamara. So what do you think about lowering the bids and budgets during Prime Day because the products are already on sale?
Yeah, so here I wouldn't go for lowering, neither increasing the bids. But why like that? It's like if we lower, we could lower also the sales, and if we increase the bids, we can also increase our CPC after Prime Day. So of course we don't want to have higher CPC. We're always having in mind to have lower CPC as we can. But so I would just recommend to adjust as the campaigns are performing and to see what is your actual overall goal and to go with that, in your mind. So lowering, not so sure about it, but it depends, of course, of your product and of your overall goal.
Thank you. And Vukashin, what should a seller do after Prime Day ends? I'm sorry, we can't hear you. We're having some issues with the sound.
Excuse me. Can you hear me now? Great.
Yeah, all good now.
What we call about that aftermath period is post Prime Day period, which is very careful and average Amazon seller should be pretty cautious about pre and post Prime Day period. First of all, budgets and bids which were increased during Prime Day should be decreased really slowly. Within 2 weeks after Prime Day, day by day and tracking day by day, metrics like spend and CPC should go down. We should bear in mind that during the Prime Day, average spend increase almost 4 times, between 2 and 4 times. So we should decrease also that average spend so far after Prime Day in order to get in track and back in track after Prime Day ends. And that doesn't also correlate with the Prime Day. It also correlates with all major shopping days like Black Friday and Cyber Monday or Father's Day and so on.
Awesome, thank you. And in regards to the multi-channel approach, so we all know TikTok is pretty huge these days. So David, should we promote the Amazon sales on TikTok for Prime Day?
Absolutely, yes. There are a couple of reasons for that, actually. First of all, your brand is getting brand awareness on another platform, and that's TikTok. TikTok is huge. Now, among that, if you're having some cool deals on your Amazon listing, if you lower down the price, if you have a lightning deal, you're gonna get a lot of sales. Those sessions that are made by people coming from TikTok, and especially because the conversion rate is gonna be higher because of the sale, it's gonna benefit you in a couple of ways, and that's increasing the sales. That's obvious, but it's also gonna increase your rank on Amazon. And that's gonna leave an impact on your product after the Prime Day ends, and your product is gonna be more up above the competition. It's an investment, but it's definitely worth it. So if you're doing TikTok, you should send send traffic to your Amazon listing, and if not doing it, you get a couple of days left to start.
All right, thank you. Pretty cool. And Vukashin, how can we get this so-called halo effect after Prime Day? Okay, again, we have some issues with the sound.
Sorry, I have a sound dispute. First of all, we need a couple of explanations about the halo effect. Who doesn't understand that? Especially in the Amazon, that is so-called sales by inertia after some major shopping day, as I have previously mentioned, and that could take up to 1.5 months after Prime Day ends. First of all, how we can get that? We should attract, and that's what Prime Day exclusively means, attracting many new customers, engaging and re-engaging current customers and our buyers that previously bought our products, and main campaigns for maintaining the halo effect are sponsored display and DSP if possible for that seller. So we strongly recommend to use this kind of campaigns and platform as DSP for maintaining strong halo effect and increasing brand awareness for our brand. Also, Amazon introduced a couple of months ago a custom engagement campaign, which is very unusual. It's not PPC, but it's campaign, and it engages all of our customers who followed our brand storefront, for new products, to buy a new product as an email marketing. So in many new ways, email marketing is one of the best tools for re-engaging customers and maintaining the halo effect. And of course, I don't want to forget new creatives, new videos, and targeting customers with new videos and custom images.
Yeah, sorry, Luca, and Vukashin for interrupting. I think this is really important questions, and what Vukashin said, it's really important to get to know and to check that you have done and that you will do in the future.
Awesome, thank you both. So we all know lightning deals are expensive, and even with sales, we won't learn a lot of money, So David, help me out here. What should I do?
Don't do any lightning deals. It's a joke. You have to do the lightning deals because they're amazing. But there are a couple of views when you're looking at Prime Day. Some people are there, thinking like, "Oh, it's Prime Day. I gotta earn $1 million today, and that's my only goal. I gotta run a lot, really a lot." While there are other people who are more like having a business mindset. They're thinking, how can they actually use Prime Day to grow their brand? And that's brand awareness. You're setting up lightning deals. Of course, you're gonna earn less money by lowering the prices. You're selling a lot of inventory. You maybe even run out of stock, but that's good for your brand actually. Even you're not earning a lot, because when Prime Day ends, especially if you're selling a product that's used, it's bought on a monthly, weekly basis. If it's clothes or something like that, people are gonna buy something for a bit cheaper, and then every shopper has a lifetime value. Them buying a product for a bit cheaper than usual and seeing that the product is actually of a good quality and they like it, they're going to buy it in future. And you're going to make a huge impact on them. They're going to know your brand. They're going to tell friends about your brand. And that's the whole idea behind it. Not just earning tons of money. That's cool. Money's cool, but not everything is in money. So, there's no simple answer to this, but in order to not lose a lot of money, if you can't afford that, if you don't want brand awareness, try to get lightning deals only on your best-selling products that you can actually have huge margins on it, and you can afford to lower the prices.
Mm-hmm. And what if I don't get enough sales? Can I get the deal money refunded, the lightning deal money?
If you don't get enough sales, sadly you can't get the lightning deal money refunded, because there's special criteria that you need to achieve for setting up an ASIN. Amazon not gonna let a simple ASIN that you just created yesterday, a listing that has no reviews, 0 sales, and so on. Amazon is not gonna let it get a lightning deal. They're usually good sellers that have history behind them, and it's Amazon approximation that you're gonna make enough money, and you're accepting the terms and conditions and not being able to refund. So it's up to you to have a good product, but if you already have a lightning deal, you should make good sales.
Okay, so no refund.
No refunds.
Okay, so then it's a good thing that I forgot to buy lightning deals. So help me out, guys. What do I do now?
When you forget the lightning deals, well, that's you beat up. It's you can actually pull through, but you're missing a lot. You can lower the price, and you should do that just before Prime Day. So not 5 days before, but just before Prime Day. So people searching for it are gonna see your product, especially with the organic rank increase, because you just lower the price, and you're gonna leave it like that. The amount that you're gonna decrease again varies on your profitability and how much are you ready to invest and in getting that halo effect and getting your organic rank up. So a good thing you can do is lower the price, but be careful when you're increasing the price back, because all the traction you get on Prime Day by lowering the price, if you increase it back in 1 day, everything is lost. You just lost money. So you have to increase it back incrementally, 10 cents per week, 1 cent per day, however you like, but it's not. It can't be really fast. So you got to be careful there. Mm-hmm. Also, you should do aggressive PPC because you missed on the lightning deal. Invest that money that you would have spent on the lightning deal, invest it in Amazon PPC, invest it in other platforms, TikTok, Google Ads, Facebook, send people to your listing, and just pull through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, thank you. And about the marketing on other platforms, how can that help us actually, to when we don't have lightning deals? How can it help us for Prime Day?
Is that a question for me again?
Yeah, I mean, for all of you guys, it's like a burning topic. Like, how can we use other platforms for Prime Day?
you got a couple of ways in front of you of doing Facebook, Google, TikTok, a lot of stuff. Invest a specific amount of money and lead people to your product listing. Use interesting call to actions, especially tell people that you're having a lightning deal. If they're not sure, not everybody uses Amazon, so try to say that you're having a massive deal. Add good images if you're doing, or add a good video if you're doing TikTok, and just forward those people to your listing, and you're actually going to see a difference. Because as you said, there was a huge increase in sales in people doing multi-platform advertising, and that's something that all the sellers should start doing.
Awesome. Sounds great. Sounds great. So I have a question for the only lady here with us today. So Tamara, should headline campaigns contain Prime Day deal in the headline?
Yeah, with the headline, it's really tricky what Amazon is actually allowing you to add to your headline or not. But as you will have maybe lightning deal, you will already have on your product like deal tag, So I don't think that Amazon will let you to put on the headline Prime Day, or we have deal, or we have like sales going on. So I think the always best option for the headline is to know your products. You know your products the best, and you know what the customers are looking for and what is important when someone is looking for and searching it through Amazon, what is important for that same product, to put that in headline, just to actually put yourself in the shoes of the customers, not in the shoes of the buyer, as not of the shoes of the seller, sorry, as you have to attract people with that short headline, just to be eye-catching immediately as the people are scrolling. You know how fast it's going on the TikTok, Facebook, Amazon, everywhere. So you don't want to miss a chance to catch the eye of a buyer actually on Amazon. So the thing is, I would do just a catchy headline as usual, and of course the lightning deal that we were talking about. But if you're late, just be sure that your headline is buying,
Thank you. Thank you. So I want to have a little discussion here, and I want to start with Vukashin here. So should I increase the price and then have a lightning deal? What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, based on the previous experience and the experience from previous Prime days, I should definitely say that it isn't a smart strategy, because there are three main steps in doing Amazon PPC and doing selling on Amazon. That's awareness, consideration, and purchase at the very end. So in these first two steps, especially in consideration and awareness, customers tend to compare prices, to compare products, and comparing by the side of customers is one of the biggest challenges for sellers, and of course for all of us who are doing PPC on Amazon and off Amazon. And what I wanted to say is that on your product page always is obvious and always visible your list actually real price. Customers tend to compare, tend to search, tend to click. Your CPC is going up. Then the main effect is that you can actually decrease your sales if you increase your price, because main target for and during the Prime Day is volume, only the volume. Profitability is the second or even third focus, and profitability is for the rest of the year, is for winter, is for summer, during the autumn or whatever. But during these couple of peak days during the year, as Prime Day is, the volume is the main. And when we take into consideration the volume, the increasing the price at the very end, from the very start of Prime Day isn't smart idea. Uh, that's why we need to forget our overall targets during the Prime Day and to focus on engaging and re-engaging our customers, and of course at the very first spot, catching new customers, then re-engaging after the Prime Day, I have talked more about that. In the matter of increasing the price, I want to ask my colleagues what that was my experience and my thoughts. That doesn't mean that I am right, but do you have any kind of different opinion about this?
Okay.
Tamara, go on.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I would agree totally with you. But just as also David has mentioned, you need to really be careful with increasing and decreasing your prices. And if you're doing like very sharp, moves, it will not be good for your product and the overall sales and ranking and everything else that infects and lead one to another. But just have to do it very, very slowly and be careful and do your math, before all of that. What is profitable for you, like to increase or decrease, and what is the period of time that you need to do all of that? Because it's really a long process actually. And if you're, for example, decrease it and you want to increase it, you need to do, as I said, slowly. And it can maybe sometimes lead to a 1 month or 2 month period, and it needs to go just like a step by step and a little by little, as you don't want to lose your ranking on the product and to lose actually your first page clicks and views of the potential customers. So it is really tricky and really important questions, and everybody has their own picture and view on it and the strategy. But one is sure, just be careful, do the math, and do it slowly. I don't know if David's gonna agree on this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. Actually, Amazon's like Sherlock Holmes. If they notice that you're messing with something, trying to weasel your ways out of something, and do something black hat, you're done. That's the end of your
And for
story.
sure,
Either
yeah.
you're getting banned, blacklisted, or your product rank is gonna not stonks. It's gonna go down. It's gonna deflate, and you're not gonna get any sales. We've seen that. We've seen people messing with the price, trying to do something shady before events, and it usually ends really bad for them. So we advise you not to do stuff like that or any black hat methods, because that doesn't lead to a good business. You can only get banned from Amazon.
And I have to add, sorry for the interruptions, but constant changes of prices, and this doesn't mean only on Prime Day, is really bad for the product and your account overall. Consistent price line, like within 2 or 3 months, at least 3 months, price is good. That's why Amazon has, for example, coupons, which are not deals. So your coupon doesn't change your price. It's optional for the customer to take it or doesn't take. So we strongly advise against this black hat method before Prime Day and even throughout the year.
And I agree with all of you guys.
Thank you.
I'm sure you do.
This was a great discussion actually, and this leads to my next question. What about creating campaigns for Prime Day, like new campaigns for Prime Day?
Well, I strongly advise against that. Sorry for strongly advising against all of thoughts and proposals, but the meaning the agency and the meaning of the PPC consultant and specialist isn't only to do or to to fulfill the tasks, is also to be strong against something. The wisest strategy is not creating campaigns. Personally, I didn't create any campaign during the Prime Day, during the Black Friday, because if your account is 3, 4, 5, 10 years old, if your PPC account is like 3 years old, one day you will not succeed anything. So in that one day you will not you will not and click.
I don't know if it's me, but don't hear you so well. So you can repeat the last sentence.
Yeah.
You didn't hear me?
No, the last sentence.
sentence.
The last sentence.
Yeah, you don't have to repeat everything.
Now we can't hear you at all. We're having some connection issues.
Okay, sorry. I have some issues with this. Can you hear me now?
We're all good. Yeah, we're all good.
Okay.
Now. Please
Okay,
go
great. That new kind of campaign will not catch any impression, any click. The very old rule on Amazon PPC says that Amazon forces and loves the old campaigns that collected as many as data throughout the years, not even months. So for the Prime Day, old campaigns will do the best. If they even do bad and they have like the ACOS above our targets during the Prime Day, maybe they will go good and give us a great number of PPC orders and the conversion rate above our target. So no, do not create campaigns for the Prime Day. Maybe if the Prime Day becomes Prime Month, so maybe we should discuss for creating a couple of campaigns. But for the Prime Day, use your old campaigns and you will succeed.
Yeah.
Imagine working in an agency during the Prime month.
Crazy. Couldn't imagine it. I just remember like the last Prime Day was 48 hours. We were live and everything was crazy.
Yep.
Can you imagine 1 month? It would be like party.
1 month live.
Hey, but if someone can pull it, it's Sellers Alley. So I wouldn't bet
There's
against
an
us.
idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to add to the topic, like business owners, they give us their suggestions, and that's perfectly fine. But not to be rude or sound bad, but sometimes we know a bit better, and if we're not gonna throw away a perfectly working campaign that has ton of history behind it just to start something new and get nothing, the best, like Lukashin told us, that's absolutely the best approach. And we've tested creating new stuff that's not good. Amazon loves history. We all love history, and that's what we're gonna do.
When we are talking about history, I have to say that Rome hasn't built and wasn't built in a day. So our Rome should stay fabulous during the Prime Day without any kind of adding of new campaigns.
Yeah, hopefully we're not gonna burn it.
Of course, no.
Of course not. But yeah, so we should definitely use the campaigns we already have and boost those. But should we boost the broad as well? The broad match type?
A broad match type is really like two-faced sword, really risky match type. On one hand, it's really match type that can catch you dozens of converting search terms and ASINs, it should be really great. On the other hand, especially during the Prime Day, it should catch irrelevant traffic and boost your ACOS and spend through the sky. Personally, from my side and my thought is that broad should be a less focus during the Prime Day, or should be the same as well as throughout the year, but with negated all irrelevant traffic. I wanna give here a couple of tips for managing that monster called broad match type and manual campaigns during the Prime Day, and that is negating like Prime Day deals, best Prime Day deal, all irrelevant. The most expensive, the search terms that have biggest peak traffic during the June 21st and 22nd. So avoid too many irrelevant search terms. On the other hand, sorry for digression, but as well as the broad search terms and broad match type as well as auto campaigns, really risky move. But I have to say, I have to conclude, do not pause them. So I'm not advising for pausing or archiving even these kind of ad groups and campaigns. Maintain it, extract what is the most valuable within these ad groups, but do not push them, because what we have also have in our from our experience is that exact long tail top converting from the previous period, from previous Prime Day, from previous year, 2019, whatever, are the best or one of the best match types and campaigns, and of course keywords. So do not boost and maintain the spend as it is. It will be higher than usual. Of course, everything will be higher, especially ad spend, but do not forget that broad could catch anything you can imagine. But before Monday, like tomorrow, just negate irrelevant items like Prime Day and so on. You don't need these search terms in your search term report.
Do you guys have anything to add to this?
I don't this time. Like Lukashin said everything there is about broad match. Saying anything would be, bad, because he said everything perfectly.
I was just
agree on that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So Tamara, what do we do with the bids during Prime Day? Do we increase the bids?
So you asked me at the beginning, if I'm not wrong, do we lowering? Now, do we increasing? It's like a really tricky question, because it's yes and no, and it depends of your goals and of your overall performance on the account, on the campaigns, on everything. So yes, you should increase the bids sometimes. When I would recommend, if you have new launched product, for example, recently, or even if you're just launching the product, I would recommend increase the bids, because a lot of people are going to do that. But it's not recommended. Why? Because overall, it's because you will, after Prime Day, increase your CPC, and you don't want to have it, increase and much higher than you had it before, as it will not be the same profitable, and your ACOS will go also up with that. But when it comes to launching the campaigns and new products, I recommend for sure increase the bids, especially if it's just before the Prime Day, or even if you have in mind to launch your product during the Prime Day, you need to increase the bids for sure. And don't forget to also adjust your placements, as you want to be a step ahead of your competitors, and just to be sure if you have raised actually enough the bids and the chance to show up in the first page, and for those keywords that you have targeted, or the ASINs. So it depends. Actually, it's always yes and no. It's always tricky with the PPC. You know, it always depends of your goal and what are you doing recently, and what is your profitability, and you know your metrics. You need to be always careful what you're doing on PPC because it's really tricky, as I said.
Right.
I don't
Very
know
interesting.
what would do Vukashin and David, but that's my like overall opinion. And in my practice, let's say these years before, I think that's like some, you know, it depends.
It does really depend, especially in the niche. If you know, if you're in a supplement niche where it's crazy, you gotta increase those bits a bit. But if you're not in something so competitive, actually being smart about it and adjusting those budgets correctly, you're gonna see a way bigger impact than just tweaking with the bits.
Yes, exactly. But just to add, like when you increase it, don't like increase it like too crazy, you know, just like for 20-30%, just go slowly just to see how that's gonna act. Because if you're going, you know, sharp, it will not have good effect for sure. Sometimes you can even kill the targets with the like you know, crazy biddings.
Yep.
I have to add that of course during the Prime Day from our previous experiences that budgets of course and average ad spend is going up like 2, 3, 4 times, but bids are not going 4 times up. That's really interesting, and that difference should be even bigger because you can always back your budget to the previous levels, but bids are a bit a bit more difficult to manage than budgets. So at least 30-40% of increase is recommendable, and you don't need to increase that like 100 or 200% due to the CPC.
All right. I think I'm ready for Prime Day. You guys told me everything I need to know, but we're not even halfway through. So
Are
let
you
me
gonna
just
be
get.
shopping or selling?
I'm looking to sell. To be honest, I just need the product. I'm just missing the product, but I got everything else ready in my mind.
If you get the
So
product, I know the right agency for you.
really,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
one? I wonder. Right.
Yeah.
So let me just get off Amazon real quick, but I'm gonna stay on topic of Prime Day. We did talk about the multi-channel. We talked about different platforms, but how can TikTok as a platform help me get traffic and sales on Amazon during Prime Day? How does that even work? And how do we even track, everything when we direct traffic from other platforms? What do we use for Amazon to track, conversions and whatnot? Could you please tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. That's a very complex question. I gotta tell you that. It works this way. I'm gonna do it simple, then I'm gonna explain. You set up attribution, you link it with TikTok, link it with your product, and you send traffic over to TikTok. And on attribution, you can see how many people visited and how many sales you made. Now a bit more complex. After you set up the lighting deals or just lower the prices, whatever you're doing, let's assume that your listing is optimized. You got a 10 out of 10 on Helium 10. Everything's perfect. Your images are great. You then take that, set it up in attribution. You get a special attribution link. Then you create a creative, a video for TikTok. Somewhere between 5 and 30 seconds works the best. You should try doing something that says Prime Day in the video. It can be an influencer video also that, an influencer talking that this particular product is going to be on sale. and they're showing how it's working, or it can be an infographic, or just a render and with some text or a voiceover and good music. When you have that video set up, or a couple of videos, like that's the most important part. You gotta set up some campaigns. It's up to you and your budget. How many campaigns are you gonna set? You should target audiences that are buying your product. If you're selling, for example, sports sneakers, you're gonna target people who are into sports, into running, into basketball, and so on. After you set up those audiences up and interest and categories, you start the ads. Starting a couple of days before, not the same day, but a couple of days before, to get people, to leave that, to leave your product in their mind somewhere. Yeah, and you're targeting them. They maybe bookmark it. They maybe don't. All the time, Prime Day is coming up, and you're gonna change your ad. You're gonna change the call to action. Prime Day is starting. Check it out now. You could also change the button that says "Shop Now" instead of "Learn More," and then people are gonna go onto Amazon. They're gonna see the second time or the first time. It's really up to how many times they've been targeted, and that's how people actually get from TikTok to Amazon and purchase. Of course, if you're having a good sale, good product listing, your conversion rate is going to be high, and you're going to be getting sales that way. So that's a bit more complex explanation how it works. It's a process. I did try to explain it as short as possible from Amazon to TikTok and back to Amazon, how it's worked. Yeah. But basically, to get a higher conversion rate, get some lightning deals or lower the price, mention that in call to action, use a good button, and the most important thing, use good creatives, because creatives are 50 or 60% of the job done.
Awesome. You heard it, guys. Get your creatives ready for Prime Day. So, should we push the bestsellers or the other aces on Prime Day? So I'm talking both Amazon, Tamara, and I'm talking TikTok as well, David. So other platforms than Amazon. Should we push the bestsellers? Vukash, of course, as well. Should we push the bestsellers or other aces that we have?
Yeah, as I will be today the person who will say always it depends, but here also it depends, because depends of your goal and what do you want to focus on. Like, you can focus, of course, on your best sellers, and for sure you will have a lot of more sales there. Actually, those products are already going well. It will go well for sure for the Prime Day. It will, I don't know, sometimes depends on the category, triple your sales or even more, like going through the roof. But sometimes the strategy is actually to push the products that are going slowly, or just to push the new products that you recently have launched to your store. So it really depends on your strategy, actually, but you will not be wrong if you choose either way. It's always, the safe option to push your best sellers on each platform, on Amazon, on TikTok, on Google, DSP, whatever. It's always a safe option to have the best sellers for sure. But I would recommend just try, if you didn't until now, to push the products that are going, slower, in order to maybe gain more reviews and comments on your product, just to be more, closer to the customers that are looking for your products.
That makes sense. Yeah. And David, what about the other platforms, such as TikTok, for example? Should we do the same thing?
Yeah, if you're entering TikTok just now and just before Prime Day, you should just push the bestseller, because that's a proven product that's good, and it's gonna it's gonna bring the highest conversion rate. You're not gonna lose money on it. If it's good, if it's really a bestseller, it's gonna be good. That sounded a bit weird, but you get the point. If you advertise something that's average on TikTok just before Prime Day, people might get an impression that your brand is not that good, that your products are not that good, especially if you're a product that doesn't have a high amount of stars, 4 or above. But if you're advertising a bestseller that has traction, that has a nice organic rank, that has nice reviews, photos, maybe even videos on Amazon, especially customer review videos, that's a different story. You're going on high places.
Yeah, here I have to add, just like whatever your product is, it's always the images and the videos are doing the most of the role in buying, because the image is going to interact you as well as headline. So you need to always have your product page good set, with the good quality images, with the good descriptions, good reviews and everything, just to be more eye-catching for all the customers.
Awesome. So, Vukashin, are there any specific campaigns that are like more profitable for Prime Day, like the most profitable for Amazon Prime Day?
First of all, according to our internal data, based on the Prime Day 2020, the most profitable campaigns by campaign type were sponsored display. In terms of, there were more increase in ad sales than in ad spend. They were the best and better than other campaign types such as sponsor brands and sponsor products. But you have to bear in mind, on one, you have a sponsored display and strong optimization and pushing maybe different headlines. We talked about that, catchy headlines for sponsored display. But on the other hand, sponsored display campaigns will not take major ad sales share in your total ad sales and total revenue so far, and as it is current situation on Amazon and on Amazon PPC, sponsored products are taking biggest ad sales share, and it was also the case, and it will be the case during this upcoming Prime Day. So the most profitable is our sponsored display by our internal data. We are definitely looking forward to put more focus on sponsored display and all of targeting types in the sponsored display. What is a brand new targeting in sponsored display that should become even more attractive now due to Prime Day is sponsored display audience retargeting. So actually, it's like a small DSP, little DSP within Amazon PPC. Many sellers are not eligible for DSP, but Amazon turned out, figured out how to give opportunity for that small opportunity of DSP, and it's called sponsor display audience. So we will take care of it, especially during the Prime Day, and we hope that also this type of campaign will be the most profitable. But sponsor products will take the biggest ad sales share.
All right, that's pretty interesting, definitely.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
discussion
sorry,
time.
Luca, for interrupting, but
Yeah,
what with
go
the
ahead.
sponsor brands, like what are the sponsor brands topics? Like there's something in between, or what? Is it good to make the sponsor brand campaigns during Prime Day? Just a question quick for Lukashin, just to...
There, can I hear you? Sorry.
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sponsor brands are also profitable. Nuances were actually what sponsor display pushed at the top of profitability. That doesn't mean that the other types are not profitable. Pro miles and percentages are differences between these campaign types. When we talk about sponsored brands, now what is really important is video. Amazon really looking forward to push more creative advertising, not only simple boosting and pushing products. Many different targeting are included, such as video targeting, video campaign, product targeting within the video campaign. So use, besides all of these campaign types, use as well sponsor brands, especially in exact match type. We talked about long tail exact match type, and use converting search terms in your all sponsor brands campaigns, and you will have a big ad sales, and you will get a higher rank and first placement, search placement, top placement in search query on Amazon.
And while we're
Thank
talking
you
about
very
this,
much.
yeah, while we're talking about sponsor brands, did you have experience with some sellers using like specific Prime Day creatives for, let's say, custom image ads on Amazon? The thing that David talked about for TikTok, like how it's good to have someone talk about Prime Day. Did you have experience with someone using Prime Day creatives, especially for Prime Day?
Well, I didn't have that kind of experience because that from my opinion is not as much as creative by some designer or someone who is producing these kind of graphic products for seller and for the brand as well. That's why maybe not maybe, but from my thought, from my opinion, catchy headlines that include maybe Prime Day are a bit more more interesting and important than creatives as itself, because creative actually should be plain and simple, as Amazon really trying to trying not to be some other platforms, trying to be very plain and simple when you're talking about creatives. To have that kind of creative is expensive, just to be very concrete. So use your old creatives, old logos, of course, old custom images with catchy headlines, with converting search terms, and you will succeed. What we also know and what we implement in our work is that mentioning Prime Day in creatives could be forbidden by Amazon. It's really risky, because on that matter, machine decides, not human being. So I don't recommend getting into risky moves, especially these 2 days. No risky moves. Tracking your spend and be on your secure field within your search terms, and you will get your ranking. And your sales, of course.
Yeah.
Great. And so let's discuss a bit more about what else should we avoid on Prime Day.
Excuse me. Well, we talked a couple of things about avoiding and advising against some moves during the Prime Day. We talked about price. We talked about increasing price. We talked about creatives. Avoid, as I said, avoid risky moves. Avoid creating campaigns. You know. Avoid, of course, broad match types and increasing a lot bids and budgets for open campaigns such as auto campaign or category targeting campaign or sponsor display category targeting. All of the campaign types that are pretty much open or phrase match type. So you know. We need to the threshold of our targets should be higher. We should avoid strict our strict targets during the year. If we have some ACOS target that should be higher during the Prime Day. What is really risky, of course, during the Prime Day is forgetting daily account cap, a budget cap for all campaigns. Actually, for sponsor products campaigns, but sponsor products are on average 80% of ad spend in the account. So if you only forget to increase your budget cap or increase your portfolio cap, you could lose like dozens of ad sales. That's really important. We divided this work in 3 stages. We talked about prepare. What we are talking now is this finalize or execute actually of the Prime Day. You can throw in the water all of your work and Prime Day deals and coupons and restocking your inventory if you just forget to increase your daily cap. So avoid forgetting these really cardinal mistakes during the Prime Day. As well, we talked about placements and bids. You don't need to increase it for 3-4 times. And what is really important, we should all bear in mind is that ad sales really relates as a data. So ad sales, as we know, is really problematic during our work on Amazon, but especially on Prime Day. Especially on Prime Day is like 10 or 15 days ad sales late. So avoid making risky mistakes just because ad sales late so much. Even though Prime Day ends and 10 days after, we will not have real data. Usually throughout the year it's 1, 2, 3 days, at max 4 days, but now will be 10 days because of the congestion of traffic and three times more traffic on and off Amazon than usually. So we cannot forget that main Amazon target is to bring new customers, bring new Amazon profiles, bring new signups, bring new Prime members. When Amazon brings new Prime members, the whole market for all sellers and all brands is going wide, and the market will not be saturated as it maybe currently is for some categories. I'm not talking about the whole Amazon. So avoid big risky moves, and you will be on the right track when we are talking about Prime Day.
If I may add,
Yes.
one extremely important thing, at least in my opinion, don't leave your account unattended for Prime Day, especially if I've seen cases where the budgets run out 2 hours after midnight. They're out. You got to increase those. You don't have to sit in front of a computer whole day and just refresh the page. But every 30 minutes, up to an hour, enter your account, check the budgets, check if something's changed, check if maybe something is disapproved, try to fix it, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean that's what we'll be doing this Prime Day, 24/7.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Yeah. Set and forget era on Amazon ended like 3, 4, 5 years ago. So
Yeah, for sure.
especially set and forget strategy is not smart. Not even throughout the year, but especially is not smart during the prime day.
All right. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
So now I believe this is the week that all the sellers on Amazon hate the most. So is it normal to have a decrease in sales and an increase in ad spend before Prime Day, especially the week before Prime Day? And why is that?
Can you repeat that? You were cutting off a bit, at least on my end.
Oh, sorry about it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Yeah, I was just talking about this week before Prime Day. I think this is the week that most sellers hate the most. Definitely. So is it normal for ad sales to go down and ad spend to go up? And why is that?
Put yourself in a position of a shopper if you're searching for something like this, because this is actually it's the same situation whether you're buying a product that costs $15 or $900. If it's a TV, 90-inch TV, you're looking to buy a product and you find something that you like, but you know that Prime Day is just around the corner. You're not gonna buy that day. If it's not something extremely important and it can wait a bit, you're gonna wait and see if it goes on sale. If, for example, you're buying a TV, you're gonna bookmark that TV, wait for Prime, and see if it goes down. If it doesn't go down, if there's no lighting deal on it, well, bad news for you. If you're a seller, your shopper is gonna buy a different TV that's actually on sale. But that's a standard story that we get asked. That's a standard question that we get asked every year. My sales have gone down. Why? It's simple. People are just looking for better deals, trying to save money. And as I said, it's the same for both expensive and cheap products. Because if you're buying, I don't know, a case for your phone that costs $20, it's not that urgent. It can wait a couple of days for Prime Day, and then you can pick up something for 10 or 15 or 12, and you can save a bit.
Yeah, they're just browsing, right? Looking for
Yep.
the best deals, basically.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's what my sister does for Black Friday. She goes like a week before, tries out all the clothes, and then waiting for midnight to hit. Once they hit, she just buys it online. She knows what she needs. So
Yep.
yeah, that explains it all. Okay, thank you for that one.
You're welcome.
Tamara, is it okay to do negative harvesting before Prime Day?
Yeah, it really connects to the question that you asked and David answered. It's yeah, if you're doing it weekly, you need to be really careful, like especially on the week before Prime Day, which is this week for this year. But you need to take a longer period better than the shorter one. As you said, guys, people are searching a lot, just clicking, and you will have just a lot of impressions and clicks and spend. So don't do it. Check if the keywords are actually relevant. Make sure to not actually negate like relative ones, and maybe you will make a mistake there if you add them as a negative, as those keywords are maybe converting, maybe high converting ones, as well as aces. as the people are only searching and clicking, saving for the Prime Day. So be very careful, especially on the week before Prime Day when you're doing a negative harvesting. So, but when you're doing the positive, go ahead, do it normally. You will have it for sure.
Any thoughts on this one, David and Mukashin?
Well, I have to say that Amazon gave an opportunity for Prime Week before Prime Day to maybe overcome these problems, deals before the deals. So we can actually, or some coupons that aren't Prime Day deals. So sellers have an opportunity to give just ordinary usual coupons to customers that are optional, but that are worth of taking, because they can also decrease your price. I mean, the price that you pay by 10, 20, 30% is like Prime Day deal, but it isn't. So in that way, you can overcome that period. You can attract some customers that are comparing. As I said, there are so many. You search your potential product that you want to buy, and you click on 10 of them, and you're comparing that, especially if the price is higher. If the product is more expensive, that you're staying in that part of the funnel, which is called consideration, is longer. So that consideration part is even bigger during this Prime Week. Our biggest recommendation for a week before Prime Day is to take care of your potential customers, give them some coupons, because they're the expectation is really high. The temperature is heating up, so lower that temperature and give them something through the coupons before the actual Prime Day, in order to overcome really high cost per clicks, and to overcome low conversion rate. Because if we all know that low conversion rate really can hardly make you a damage in Amazon algorithm.
Right, understood. So, what is actually important to do after Prime Day in regards to PPC? So, right after Prime Day is over, what should we do?
Yeah, I will take over this one. I love this question. This is a question I get a lot from my team, and our customers are always asking, like, what should we do? What is the strategy after Prime Day? What you will do? And it's always like a two-way street. You can choose to leave all the budgets and bids that you have set for the Prime Days, or you can cut them and get them back to what it was before Prime Day. But as my favorite word is depends, it really depends here. Again, what can I say? Because in our experience, we have seen some products and categories doing still great after Prime Day. Still, some campaigns are still having higher budgets and bids after Prime Day, but some are getting back to what it was before Prime Day. It is really of what your products are, and how do you sell them, how the people are interacting with them. So, what is your goal and what do you want to do? But really need to be careful after Prime Day. Watch your campaigns, like watch how your account is acting and campaigns. You don't want to leave, like, for example, very much higher budget that you have for the Prime Day if the people are only actually after it clicking, looking at it, and just to have spend, and your ACOS will go much higher on that. So yeah, it really needs to focus on following what is happening after, Prime Day, and see what is the best option for you after you see the performances actually on days after Prime Day.
All right. Thank you. So,
You're welcome.
David,
Yes, sir.
we didn't talk about DSP at all. So, what should the strategy be for Amazon DSP during Prime Day?
Yeah, you should like DSP is complex, but you should increase the bids at least per 50%. You should also increase the frequency cap from about 5 to 8, just to get those ads, more aggressive. It's gonna bring a higher cost, but also it's gonna bring in a higher conversion rate. You're also gonna change the way you're targeting your audiences. You're gonna go more aggressive. Maybe even target some audiences that you don't think will actually buy your product that much. But just trying just to get that brand awareness, just to be more aggressive. Your campaigns should be whole funnel campaigns. So make sure you target all the sections of the funnel, or upper, middle, everything. And that's done in order to cover shoppers in all intents, those who are prospecting and those who are into purchase.
All right, sounds good. Awesome. So, let's talk a little bit more about everything that happened in the past year and a half and how everything affected, Prime Day. So, in what ways did the COVID-19 pandemic, as we all know, impacted our lives? But how did it impact Prime Day actually?
The Prime Day from 2020 showed what the impact was from COVID-19 to whole Amazon and e-commerce.
I'm sorry, Vukashin, we can't hear you.
Excuse me, I had microphone issues. The COVID-19 really impacted Prime Day. We saw that during 2020 Prime Day. We compared the data from previous Prime Days. It was huge increase of ad sales. As I said, of new customers. Amazon got new profiles, new customers. Many internet users turned out to start to use e-commerce to buy online. They didn't used to buy online before the COVID-19. So I think that Prime Day in 2020 was a real most obvious show of what and how e-commerce industry impacted. It was the experiment. We also saw that in Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and because of the whole pandemic situation and the worldwide lockdown, of course, Prime Day was postponed from June or July to October, as we saw in Q4, which is always like the most congested period of year in terms of sales for all sellers. I'm not talking only about the Amazon. A digital transformation, e-commerce transformation for many companies were produced by the COVID-19, not by some decisions, some bottom-up or top-down decisions. Really, the pandemic pushed the e-commerce industry. Many platforms for e-commerce flourished during this period, and I think, and what we can see is that the whole Amazon is in the halo effect. we talked about the halo effect
Yeah.
after the Prime Day for brands, for the individuals, for sellers, or the agencies. But the whole Amazon is in the halo effect. We can see that the United States has opened, the whole West Europe has opened. Unfortunately, Canada, the Prime Day in Canada was postponed, but we hope that we will catch Prime Day within a month there, and in India, of course. But many key markets for Amazon opened, like restaurants, bars, shops were opened, but e-commerce is in the halo effect, and the real impacts will be seen through the years of proliferation of e-commerce, of proliferation of the internet as itself, for for all of the mankind. So Prime Day will be now the test. We'll compare this Prime Day to the previous Prime Day, and what was the increase of e-commerce during this period, which is the less than a year.
Right. And so you do believe that this will be like this for quite some time, right?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Awesome.
Because the many habits, individual habits changed. Many applications are really eligible for you to use. Many products, for example, are more have a smaller price than in shop. Like Kindle books are $2 than $30 in print. So a digital industry is flourishing, even though the pandemic, I hope, really is going down in whole world.
Yeah, hopefully we've
We
had
all
enough
hope
of this.
for that.
Yeah, we've had enough of this. So yeah, Vukašin, you did talk about sponsored brand campaigns a while ago. So is it better to link those to your store or to the product listing page?
Well, first of all, I have to check my microphone. Okay. First of all,
Working.
Sorry, Vukašin, for interrupting, but I know
Yeah.
what I will buy for Prime Day for you.
Yeah, we'll get you a new microphone.
Yeah, you're gonna get a road from us.
But really
Yeah.
good
Condenser
Prime Day
microphone.
deal. Just
Yeah.
catch the deal.
I will find the best one for sure.
Thank you, Tamara.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
When we are talking about the sponsor brands, first of all, as the name says, sponsor brands, the main goal of this campaign is brand awareness. So in the funnel system, this very first step, awareness, is utmost important for sponsor brands campaigns. So when we are talking about whether to use store spotlight or product listing page, I don't have an exact answer, but depends on your goal. If your goal is strict brand awareness and brand defense is defending your brand name, like your one or two letters or how many letters is in your brand, and all variations of your brand name. Best strategy is store spotlight, the advertising of sub pages of your store, of your storefront on Amazon. That's first step. The second step is product listing page new. If you want to increase sales and awareness, first for some certain ASINs, I mean products that you are selling on Amazon. So depends on your strategy, but I really recommend, if I have to compare them, I really recommend more store, campaigns that lead to store as a store spotlight or ordinary sponsor brands campaign. So because you are advertising your store, and from one click you can get a couple of more sales, because on your store, if you have many products, that potential customer can buy different products, not only one or two. So my warmest recommendation is storefront campaign.
Well, I'll do that definitely. And if I do that, how much of an inventory do I need for Prime Day?
You wanted to take it, or
I can answer. Well, as much as you need. But depends on your category, on your old inventory levels. We talked about. I talked about different phases in handling and managing Prime Day. Inventory is as a task has to be done during the prepare phase, like in April, in ordering goods or making whatever you sell, like 1, 2, 3 months before the Prime Day as itself. Okay, 2, 3 weeks ago we got the information about the exact date, but we knew that it gonna happen by the end of June or the beginning of July. It was the matter of 7 or 10 days. So you could prepare your stock levels a month before Prime Day. And I want to mention that for Store Spotlight or exact product listing, advertising only bestsellers, only highly stocked products. Of course, everything will be in the water. Everything will be damaged if your stock isn't enough and wouldn't be enough during the Prime Day.
yeah, I would like just to add that inventory is actually like the big question, and it really matters that you always have inventory, enough products in stock. So if you go out of stock, your ranking is immediately going down, and it always seems like when you're back in stock that you are like again launching the product. You need again to push it, as in the meantime maybe you had a new competitors and everything, so you are again doing what you have already done. So it's really important to just know how fast are your inventory actually going slowly out of stock and everything, just to be sure that you have everything in stock.
So yeah, so basically it depends, right?
Of course.
Okay.
But here, don't let it depend, let
Yeah,
it
of
just
course.
depend on you.
Of course. So here's the situation for you guys. I have a brand. I have a lot of inventory. I have all the campaigns on Amazon. I'm ready for Prime Day, but what other channels should I use, David, other than Amazon? And how can these results impact my month, like this month's results?
Use all the channels you can afford, that you've got a specialist for. If you can do everything yourself, fine. Use Facebook, use Google, use TikTok, use everything that comes to your mind, because investing money in different platforms, even if you fail on some, you gotta see that doesn't work with my product. You're gonna know, and you're not gonna regret in future for not trying it out. So basically, try Google, try everything. Something's gonna work. And yeah, go on.
Go ahead, please.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, but will all of this impact my results in a negative way or not?
No, because, for example, TikTok is proven to be good. Google Ads is proven to be good. Facebook is pretty solid. Even if you don't have sales, you're gonna have a lot of more sales from lightning deals from, for example, TikTok, from Google. If Facebook fails, it's not gonna be a big deal. You're gonna lose some money, but that's it. So you're not losing anything. You're just, you're basically testing.
All right.
Yeah, and it's always like motto is like invest more to gain more. So for sure, it's good to be on all the platforms that you can.
Awesome. So definitely Google Display Network can help me, right, with bringing sales.
Absolutely, display ads are amazing, especially for this occasion.
Great. Well, I'll make sure I'll do all of that. I just need the product. That's all I need. Got everything else ready. So,
You're-
Maybe some microphones or
But-
something like that.
yeah,
you're
but
right.
is it a good idea to launch a product during Prime Day?
Yeah, as I think Vukashin was talking about, like exactly on Prime Day, it needs time for your campaigns just to start converting and, for you to start showing actually. So if you waited until the Prime Day, you will need to really increase the bids and placements, and maybe it will affect, your CPC and your overall profitability, of course, at the end. So if you can, it will be ideal just to launch it before Prime Day, let's say at least 2 weeks, but at the day of Prime Day, it's not gonna bring you something good from the Prime Day. Maybe after, and I think for sure if you're optimizing in a good way, but for those 2 days, like you will miss it for sure if you're launching just that day.
Okay. So I'm gonna wait till next year. It's fine.
Yes.
I think I'll wait for the Vukashin's Prime month to launch a product.
You should launch it after Prime Day.
After Prime Day. Oh,
Yeah,
but,
a bit.
how can I? Mhm.
A bit after Prime Day, and that's a solid for you. Like
Yeah.
a month after, until everybody gets back on their feet, because everybody's gonna spend all their money on it. I am,
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a TV, a 90-inch one, and there goes my money. And then for the next 30 days, I won't be buying so much stuff. I won't be testing out new products. So after some time has passed, go on and launch your product. And it should be something for bodybuilding, because you're the Hulk, and we know it.
Well, thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. So how can I actually re-engage the new audiences who didn't purchase my products during Prime Day?
Yeah, so I can answer this one.
Please do.
Yeah, so with the Amazon PPC, as Vukashin mentioned, there is a new feature in sponsored display ads with audiences and view remarketing. Like he said, small DSP, where you can actually reach your shoppers who view detailed page of your advertised products and the product categories and brands and the other products features. And there is as well like DSP as DSP option to remarketing and get your audiences back to Amazon. So yeah, that's it for sure. Like Amazon sponsored display ad with audiences and DSP.
Okay, thank you. That's pretty useful. And so let's have one more discussion. I promise this is the last one. What do you guys expect from this Prime Day? What can I expect? What can other sellers expect from this Prime Day?
Green.
Hopefully.
No. Yeah. Jokes aside, we think this one's gonna be a good one, because it's in a good. They did the timing right, especially because the borders are opening up. People can travel. They can spend their money. The season is just starting. They're doing it before the season, like before people actually go on vacation somewhere. And it's a good, like, first of all, it's a good timing situation. Second of all, last year people didn't spend that much money, no traveling, less coffees, less going out. They saved some money, and now it's time to spend. So it should be big this year.
Yeah, I think the same. Like I think that Vukashin was mentioning that at the beginning, the Prime Day is each year, bigger and bigger. So my opinion, it will be, bigger than the last one, as the people are now more used to it to buy online, than before pandemic. So yeah, I think it will be bigger for sure. We can expect more sales than it was the last time, because Prime Day was in October, where the close to the Christmas and Black Friday, Cyber Monday, everything, and everyone is buying, in the short time period, a lot of things. So now I think it's a good time, to shopping, and for especially the summer products, I think it will go good. I think I will buy some summer products for sure, but I think it will be a bigger one.
I should say only two words. I mean, one word: scaling up. Scaling is a prime goal for Amazon. Long-term scale, long-term strategy. So I'll leap forward. One step bigger than the previous. That would happen to successful sellers and brands, and I hope that many of them will be successful. We're working on that to be successful. So scaling up and engaging, and getting new customers that you can maintain as your loyal customers in the future period, in future months and years, because people love brands. When they buy one product, they will buy five of them in next 1 year. So scaling up for products, for the individual products, and scaling up for brand overall.
Awesome. So one small step for a PPC specialist, but one giant leap for an Amazon seller.
That's right.
Right.
Awesome. Well, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's been 90 minutes. So we've basically
91.
Yeah.
91, yeah.
We ran through
When-
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it came like really fast for me. I don't know for you
Yeah,
guys,
it
but
was
I
great.
like this talk.
I really enjoy this. I want to thank everyone who was watching this, everyone for their comments, for their likes. We really appreciate you guys. I want to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day. I know it's getting not really late in Serbia, but it's the second part of the day. So thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to join me here today. I hope that people really enjoyed our 30 and 90 Prime Day special. And of course, I'll probably see you soon, as we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got our PPC Academy, TikTok Academy. So Q4 is actually not that far away. So I believe we're going to have a lot of different special shows. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate you, and I wish you the best of luck for this Prime Day.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Luca, for having us. It was
We
such a
wish the
good time.
best luck to all the sellers.
Yeah. Best of luck to all the sellers, and let's go and have a successful Prime Day.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you guys once again, and take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.